Hi guys, one more video today. It's January 7th, 2013 at 12:06. After doing the last video and speaking about we're already in fifth dimensional frequencies on Mother Earth, and there's people that are still playing third dimensional games, fourth dimensional games, and those that are in the fifth and sixth and higher, um, who are understanding that it's all about the energies within their field and that they're creating their realities. Those are the fifth dimensional and higher beings. Um, and we're all equal. That's the whole thing here. There's no one above or below anyone else. We're all absolutely able to do the same things that another is able to do. Physically, you might have had a body that you were born into and genetics and lifestyles that you were born into, or male, female, that created different characteristics in your body, but your ability to attune to the Akash or to raise or lower your frequencies or to create your experience, that we all share equally. There is no difference between any of us as far as that is concerned. And we're all creating our own life experience through the dimensional levels of vibration and frequencies that we hold and the light that's within our field. Now, in my previous video, I was talking about not being able to legislate morality. Well, morality is based upon principles, and principles are thoughts that many times can be self-righteous and create judgments or polarity, duality, us and them. The only way that it does not is when you say, this is what I believe, this is what I will live my life by, and you become that lighthouse, that shining light for others to follow, and many times wish to emanate in their own being. There are not going to be gurus and masters and great teachers to come lead you through anymore. Everybody here is a teacher, everybody here is a student, and we're all learning to master our ascension process. We do it by the thoughts and the emotions and the vibration that we choose to entertain. Those thoughts, emotions, and perceptions is what creates our life experience. Yes, diet and foods affect you vibrationally, but not near as much as your perceptions and where your consciousness is, whether it's 3 and 4D in your head or 5, 6D and higher in your heart. Those, where you place your consciousness, your mind right there, affects you far greater than anything you could possibly eat. But your perceptions also, those things that you think you can and cannot do, how you see yourself, how you see the illusion, those perceptions right there affects your vibration more than anything there is. When you think from a third dimensional or fourth dimensional perspective that you can change the world around you by hands-on stuff in the illusion, by changing other person's morality, their perceptions, the way that they think and they feel, you're being judgmental, and that is coming from the head. We can do nothing to change anybody else but ourselves. And the only way we can change ourselves is by going inside. And that's what yoga is all about. Yoga is the art of going inside and knowing God. It's not necessarily about stretching and working out and all these things that westernized yoga teaches. Yes, that helps the energy flow, but the ability and the techniques of going inside is what yoga is all about. It's just like Oriental martial arts versus Western martial arts. The Oriental martial arts, you learn, you're learning about the physical being as well as learning how to defend yourself. And you, in the Oriental martial arts, the way that I took it, you first learn to kill somebody so that you do not kill them. And then you learn how to play and have a good time. But you've got to learn those things that can mess you up first. In Ascension, it's your thoughts and your emotions and your vibration that you entertain, which you have to master first, because as you start raising your frequency, the higher you raise your frequency, and like quotient within your field, the faster everything manifests. And so you've got to learn to master the controlling of your thoughts and your emotions. You don't want to be in a fifth or sixth dimensional perception and have dark negative thoughts and emotions, anger, frustration and anger against the government or what other people are doing, because you would be manifesting very rapidly things that could harm another or yourself. And that's part of what we're seeing come down right now with so many people on planet, is they are creating, because of their thoughts and the emotions they feel within their field, they are creating their illusion no matter what. But they've got to recognize and realize that they're doing it and how it all works, and bring that under control in order to raise their frequency to higher dimensional states of being by shifting their consciousness from their head and duality, plurality into the heart. And so it's a process, and it's so interesting to see. We cannot change the world as a single individual for the collective, because we each have our individual timelines that collectively merge together, all 7 billion people on the planet, to experience the collective illusion that we experience right now. And a lot of this disharmony that we've experienced in the past several years is as the frequency of Mother Earth is rising, and our thoughts are more readily being amplified and reflected back into the collective illusion. We have experienced a lot of really big issues that sooner or later we're going to have to come together and clean up. But the only way that we can really truly empower and enlighten ourselves is by realizing how this illusion works. And the illusion works because of the divine thought, the vision, the light, the speaking it forth, the postulates, the invocation, and how you feel it from your heart. That's what creates the illusion. If you're living in a truly balanced way from your heart, then you're not going to be, although you will observe negativity, although you will observe crap that's happening in other people's lives, you're seeing it as an observer and witnessing it through your own mastery, not experiencing it in your life, but witnessing it in these other person's lives because they are generating it. You can live in an absolute fifth dimensional and higher state of perfection within your life and not have the fears and angers and the trauma and the drama that's going on in other person's lives that are still playing around in their head and their ego. They are generating, they are manifesting their own illusion. That which they experience is their reality. And right now, the whole world is coming into their mastery of this. Some people are saying that it could take 20 years before humanity wakes up and realizes they're doing this. And then some people have said up to 300 years, and I see it as it's already happened. I want it in the now. Humanity is awake and aware. They've just got to start coming to the realization that they're manifesting their reality. And with that, when they finally do that, then they'll shift out of the ego into the heart. They'll live out of that pure state of bliss where there's not negativity. When you're truly living from the heart, and when you're truly living from your heart, you do not want to project your morality on or legislate your morality on other individuals. You realize that whatever they're doing through law of magnetics, law of attraction, law of karma, they're creating the lessons which they need to experience so that they can become their own ascended master. And that's what everybody is doing. And right now we are seeing the third dimensional level, the fourth dimensional level, fifth, sixth, and much higher all play out at the same exact time. And it is so cool. There are many, many persons right now that still think that they can legislate morality, and that's got to go. We've got to turn totally inward, get out of the head thinking about the illusion and those things that we're seeing, and just go in and master our own ascension. Once you go into your heart and you activate that heart chakra and you are living fully 5D in fifth dimensional earth, everything is so freaking magical, it's almost indescribable. There are persons that are just now getting tastes of that, but I've been there for 3.5 years. And let me tell you, you don't have the problems in a fifth dimensional state that you would in a fourth dimensional state where you think you can change the world from the exterior. What you find in the fifth dimensional state is that by law of magnetics, law of karma, law of attraction, that if you do have some times where you're pulled out of your heart and back into your head, the resulting equal and opposite polarity by whatever it is that you were thinking and projecting out there is almost instantly coming back into your life so that you can live out that karma and correct it and not do those things again. That's where we're all going to. But we cannot do this for everybody else. Everybody's got to come into their own mastery. And I see it as it's already happened. My dear friends that are saying it's going to be 20 years in advance, or in 2016 or 17 or 300 years from now, come on, guys, you're adding that to the field, and that postulate or projection that you're putting out there to manifest might be making that to be much more prolonged than it needs to be, if you see what I'm saying. So, we've got to just stay focused on our own inside, realizing that we can live in a divine state of grace right now, having all the abundance and everything that we need. All you've got to do is realize it's already there. It's already happening. You're already in 5D. You're creating your own while there are other persons still playing 3 and 4D. And just be that shining light for the others to see and to witness, and to want to be in that type of vibration. It's really, really cool to see what's happening. And, sooner or later, we're all going to wake up, step into our mastery. And when we do that, then we'll start coming back together as a collective, and then focusing by the intent coming from our heart upon the field, and we'll change Mother Earth just like that. We'll shift into wherever we decide we want to go as a collective, just like we're doing it on the individual levels. So don't worry about seeing what's going on out there, because everything's in a state of divine perfection right now. Everybody's learning their lessons. But focus on yourself, because that's all we can do. Stay inside, change the field. By changing your own field, you change the whole external much more readily. Amplify yourself. Be the love you are. Bye for now.